Hi guys, we're back.
That was a test to see if we could be quiet that long.
I need that time to be able to just shave off the tiny bit that I do. And
Yeah.
oftentimes we start talking right away.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Hit the button, go.
Hey, did you like that we're in black and white to go with my black and white theme for my business?
I noticed that.
Yeah. And actually,
Both sweaters, but mine's a long sleeve and hers is a
Yeah.
short sleeve.
one of those was actually not black, it was navy. And we had to, Katie said we would say that when we were looking at them. I don't know. I can't remember which one it is. I think that it's
Pardon me, I'll
the
just
faces. Yep. They're navy.
yawn. Oh.
And it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I can't really see that. Oh, there I catch it. Yeah.
I think we knew it because when we laid it against fabrics, it was like, oh, no,
Yeah.
that's navy.
That's when you normally see it, isn't it?
So we want to talk a little bit. We're back now to talk a little bit about our current whips and plans.
Yeah.
So Nancy's going to show you what she has going on.
Well, I don't think I'm quite done stitching on this yet. So I'm going to continue on with 'Twas the Night. And I haven't put any stitches in since I last showed you upside down. That must be my theme today. So I'm still down here in that corner.
Right down in here.
So I at least want to get it around the corner and maybe to the next one. That's, if you're looking on here, see, that's finishing this row and then just taking this one little piece and on over.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have a whole lot left. But there's a lot more there than there is on this side.
Are you just going to stitch until you're tired of it?
Yeah, kind of. Because it's going much quicker now since I've got the overdyes.
You guys, you're not going to be able to see much from this. Look how huge this pattern is. That is wonderful.
Yeah, she did a great job with it.
Because I think sometimes you get these and seriously, they're just too tiny
and it's
to deal
wide.
with. And it's two sides. So it's this and then you flip it and it's the other side too. So
it's made it really easy to work on because, I can actually see everything.
I have a pattern that I really love that I did some work on this last year. And it's probably the same size as that. But they made the pattern all in one piece. So, it's too big for me to even get my hands here for you. The pattern. And so imagine that unfolded twice. And what I hate then is that I have to fold it to get to the part.
Fold it and
I'm
unfold
afraid,
it. Fold it
yes, I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it.
Yeah, I've got one like that. I finally just decided to go ahead and copy it in sections. Mm-hmm. So that way I had a working copy and I didn't worry about ruining it.
And I've been taking pictures with my iPad and then because I can plug my iPad in right by my stitching area and I can work from that. And a lot of times I will just do one motif or one little area that I'm in because then I can blow it up full screen. And that's really nice as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
And then are you going to show us your plans?
Well, on our break...
So Nancy doesn't do New Year, New Start.
No, but on our break, I just ran over and just yanked some things out. And these are things that I've had. Some of them I've had for quite a while. Some of them I haven't had very long. But they're kind of tugging and I want to start working on some things.
This is from Galleria, these first two.
So this is a JBW. And it's the floral alphabet.
Now that's that teeny tiny little card. And what did I tell you the stitch count was? 114 by 148.
Yeah, it's a good size piece. Yeah, and see the pattern's really small too.
Yeah, that may be one that you're blowing up, huh?
Actually, she did it backwards.
Yes,
on here,
she did.
so.
I was looking at it because I'm like, I don't think it's wider than it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's taller than it is wide.
But she showed this to me at Galleria, and I know I talked about it when I came back. They did it on a creamy fabric and then did a really creamy floss and a taupey cream, and it made it look real antiqued. And I really liked that idea. And of course, I cannot pass up a flower cart.
This one is beautiful.
I love that little thing.
Now, same size chart, and it's 66 by 72.
I might be able to finish this one real quick. Oh, look, it's on polka dot fabric. I didn't even see those polka dots on there.
I didn't either.
Okay.
I just burst Nancy's bubble on this one.
Yeah. Don't know how well this is going to happen. Do you have yours with you?
That's what I was trying to decide. This thing has 6 pockets, so go ahead and talk.
So, Laura gifted me. I'm always so jealous of her little piece, her little needle box that she's got, and I'm always so jealous of it.
Mine's a little ratty right now, and it needs trim or something. But oops.
Yeah, are you losing something?
A needle.
But it's so pretty, and I just love it.
And it's a lovely little magnetic case.
Yeah.
That just holds your needles and scissors and
she gifted me with another case because she couldn't find this one. So she found one she thought was the same size and gifted me that. And while we were at Galleria, we just happened to see
Maureen Appleton
from the Heart's Content. And lo and behold, she had the design. With all the floss.
It's a full kit.
And the fabric. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Now here's where I burst Nancy's bubble. It's 32 count, and if you can tell, it's over 1. Look at that face.
So, that may be a long-term piece for me.
I have this feeling there's going to be some arm twisting involved.
And then I got this little piece that I really like this, and I love the way they finished it and everything. It's Antique Scissors and Spools by Shakespeare's Peddler.
Can you flip it around one more time? And I think it goes with their antique keys and locks, too.
Yes.
Which we also really
like.
like.
I even have the fabric and the floss with it. But that strip of lace on there, look at that. I love that.
So pretty.
So
she probably has something like that in her store.
Probably. So I'll want to look at that, see about getting that done. And these are all things that are maybe
percolating around in that brain.
And then this thing, I just love this. It's called The Halloween Journey by Crabapple Hill. And look at it.
Now that's an embroidery piece. So I think the design is in there and you stamp it on, you transfer it onto your fabric and go from there. I've done some things from Crabapple Hill and they're really nice.
You would give these to me then.
I didn't give it to you. I just let you look and you took it. But yeah, so I mean, that design just has to be transferred on and then you do embroidery.
Well, I don't embroider.
She may learn.
I don't, because I don't like, that's why I don't do printed cross stitch either, because I don't cover well. So
that I don't think you would have too much trouble with, because it's a lot of it is just the verse and you could always we could probably work on that. We'll talk about it.
And then one that I just went like somebody was knocking at the door. Look at that.
Yeah, these are the things. Oh, that's a different version, huh?
Yeah. So
Jeanette Douglas.
The only one I had in my head was Maureen, and I'm like, that's not her name. Jeanette Douglas, Letters from Mom. So I really think I would like to finish it in that little envelope like that. But this is what I went,
They just show a close-up of the piece.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I really think I want to do that.
I wonder if they show a picture in there of the other ones.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. What else is in there?
Because it is a pack that they have sent you. Oh, they give the grid if you're going to do them as one sampler.
Yeah. Let's see. There's the alphabet.
And then we're on to chart.
They've split it in 2 sheets. So that'll be easy to see.
This is probably old news for all of you, but we're all discovering it.
Oh.
And then they give you a chart with the whole thing.
Yeah, so you can see the whole thing together. I like that. And then look at this, pages of instruction. So she talks about apparently why she did this. Because you've got September, Forget Me Not, October, With a Grateful Heart, November, Remember Me, December, Family Matters, January, Forgive First, February, A Token of Love, March, Kindness Speaks, April, Live Peaceably.
May, Love Gains. June, Proceed as the Way Opens. July, Seasoned Friend. August, Let Your Life Speak. Very sweet.
Cool.
So Nancy's gonna get emotional on us here again just with this. But it's very cool, and the sentiment is lovely, and I've seen some of the pieces done to go into that to be the letters, and I don't know what I would do. It's one that I would like to stitch, and I don't know how I would do it.
I think my thought is I just want to do it like a project bag, and have it done that way. So that's that. And then
another one from Galleria.
La-di-da, Your Gentleness. Isn't that cute?
This is the one that Nancy kept saying to me. Isn't this sweet? Don't you love this one? Isn't it pretty? Don't you love this one? And they just came over and just kind of shoved it in her. You can have that one.
Yeah, they were so sweet.
It was really sweet.
They were very sweet about it. Okay, and then this one, you guys all know what this one is. I mean,
we both want to do this one. This has been on my wish list forever.
Yeah, I mean, since I first saw it stitched, I don't even know. Maybe Chelsea started on it, and that's what I saw. But
see, it was on my list before that. I mean, I've had it on my list forever.
Cinnamon Stars, Plum Street. I love that little piece.
And how? Okay, 168 by 100.
Okay, and that's on 35 count.
We may have. Well, their model was.
Yeah.
We may have to sell this one. That's just fun.
So cute.
What's the stitch count on this one, Nancy?
This is one of those
4,000 by 869.
I know that if I started, I will do just a little bit at a time. Mm-hmm. I will have to get. I think we'd have to look inside for the stitch count.
No, it's okay.
I'd have to get the freestanding.
Oh, a big
piece.
frame.
Yeah. So that it can just sit. Hopefully I can keep my cats off of it. But I absolutely love this.
Give you that part. It may say it on there.
It is. I'm sorry, Laura.
I thought it might say it on there, but it might not. I don't see any numbers other than floss numbers. You can show it though, and I'll find it.
So it is Dutch Beauty by Perman of Copenhagen. And I saw this on some group on Facebook and just fell in love with it. And I have had it for at least 3 or 4 years.
Okay, this page kind of cracks me up.
Woo! That's a big old
swan. Look at this, you guys. You're not going to get anything from this. That's the whole page.
And you still don't get all of her.
No, and are there little
ducklings there, yeah. 2 of them back here, too.
Cyprits? Is that what they are? Signets?
Signets.
I still did not see a stitch count.
I know it's got to be on here someplace, but because I figured it up and I knew on a 28 count I had to have a full yard to
Watch.
get it.
What is the stitch count for Dutch Beauty by Permanent of Copenhagen?
Here's what I found on the web for what is the stitch count for Dutch Beauty by Permanent of Copenhagen.
Let's see if it tells us. Hey, you can buy it on eBay for $14. It still doesn't say even on there. Isn't that nice that it just doesn't tell us?
I know, Laura, that I found it though.
Design size, oh. They're doing centimeters, 94 by 61 centimeters. But it doesn't tell us. Okay, let me see.
I mean, it's got so many cool little motifs all the way through it that I figure, like I said, it would be a long-term project and I would just do a little bit at a time and just have fun with it and try not to get bored with it. But then it would definitely be one of those pieces that I would want, if I got it all done, I would want it professionally framed. Because I'd want it stretched and, taken care of.
Okay, so 94 centimeters is 37 inches. And 61 is 24. And what did they say they did theirs on?
32, 35. I think I saw 32 on your phone there.
I think it did say 32 count.
The challenge is there's several different languages on the same
Yes.
page.
I mean, there are about 8 different ones.
And, of course, English is not the first language. So you have to find where you're at.
But it is a huge, huge piece.
I think the thing that amazed me was that it was done around 1790 by a 13-year-old girl from the Low Country. Only knowing her initials, HVZ, we still admire the embroidery on which she succeeded to bring alive 68 creatures with needle and thread.
Fun.
So, again, it's my dream pattern. So,
Whoops, sorry. It's Nancy's unicorn and she owns it.
yeah. Yeah, now I just have to get a couple $100 to get the fabric to go with it.
And it didn't say anything like here.
I don't think so.
I mean, just... Yeah, it does. The size of this sampler is unique. That's what it tells us. Isn't that nice for them to just tell us that it's unique?
But see, now you said 37 inches.
37 by 24, I think, is what it said.
So, what would a full yard be?
Well, a yard is 36.
By...
however wide it is. So about 36 by 54.
That's what I was thinking. So it could I'd actually have to flip it.
Okay, my turn. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, hey Nancy, do you need a little more stash?
What girl doesn't need stash, Laura?
Okay, ready? Merry Christmas.
Ooh.
I've had that and I thought I would stitch it for you and I thought you would have way more fun stitching it than I would.
Queen Bee's pincushion.
I love the big bee.
Yeah.
The bzz bee.
Yeah. The bumblebee.
But anyway,
Honeybee.
that was
Honeybee.
in here so that I would find it when it would be appropriate.
Thank you. Oh my God, did you really pay that for it?
Mm. This is the one that I called about.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
They had gotten that pattern confused with another one. and had gotten the wrong price on it. And they were great about it.
Yes.
And they were horrified that it had happened. And I said, well, I just thought, well, maybe it was supposed to come with
a full kit.
fabric and floss and stuff or something else. And
yeah.
And no, I guess they had gotten off like a line when they were marking things.
Oh, gosh.
It just was mismarked.
Then that worries you, or it would worry me if I was them. What else did I mismark?
Yeah. Okay, so my first one is the one that I'm doing for hashtag Nancy's B-Day Sal on Instagram. You can follow it. And mine is Begin. Now, I already gave away the other piece. I had started this on 40 count opalescent. Oh, I can't think what color it was. By Picture This Plus.
It was a greenish tone.
Yeah, it was really pretty. And it made me miserable. The opalescent was just too much of a pain for me to deal with.
And sometimes those things are. I really like working. I like how they turn out.
Yeah.
But I do not really like working on them.
So instead, let me see if I have the little tag down in here for this one. I switched to a 32 count. I want to say it's like sterling or something like that. Here it is. Here's my card. Pewter. I was close. Sterling pewter. So it's a 32 count linen pewter from Picture This Plus. And I haven't gotten very far because, it was a restart. But anyway, I am way further than I was on the 40 count opalescent. I just kept running into the glittery bits and it was just hard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I knew that I would be miserable the whole time. So this fabric is really close to what they show in the picture. And I kind of like that.
Yes.
So. And I am loving that and I'm going to have such a good time stitching on that. I only set it aside because I wanted to finish up those little pieces that I came to. So they didn't bother me. I am going to have the biggest mess to clean up from Nancy's floor today. Then the other one that I have been working on.
What did Michelle say? She likes to try to clean as she goes because it just is so messy.
Well, and she's going to work right afterwards, too.
Yes, so that makes it harder.
Now this, I'm stitching on 28 count feldspar. I think I teased this on Instagram.
Well, last week you...
And did I show it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is Winter Cometh from Summerhouse Stitchworks. Love this chart. Love, 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 love this chart. And I took off and made pretty good progress, and then I haven't been back to it because I've just been doing other stuff.
Right.
I've been in a crazy starting mood. Look at that feldspar fabric with it. And
Very
see
pretty.
my little clip up there at the top? So here's what I'm doing.
I was just going to say, you need to explain that.
So I am an in-hand stitcher. So I roll this in. To where I am. And then I take my little clip. Somebody on here told us to do this. And I clip it and now it's held. So now I don't have to grip this. I don't have to fight with this. I don't have to worry about it. It's there. And when I take hold of it, it's there.
Uh-huh.
So, and then at night, I just unclip it and unroll my fabric so that I can fold it out flat.
Very good. That was a great tip. Thank you so much.
Yes, it was wonderful. And then I don't know that I've shown this one because I just started it last Sunday. I think I talked about it.
Yeah.
My friend Vicky, hi Vicky, had a pattern she wanted to do in memoriam for her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just struggling with the emotion of doing it. And her piece was by My Big Toe Cross Stitch Designs. And I said, I have a My Big Toe that I want to work on. So how about we do them together and we'll call it a Sal. And I know Vicky, she likes those kinds of things and it encourages her to do it. So Vicky took off and got hers done in 1 week.
Yeah, it was like, boom, I'm done.
Vicky is retired for one thing, but she is a prolific stitcher.
She really is. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like she just cranks those puppies out.
And we were looking at our pieces. My border is like an inch thick on here. Hers is almost one little line all the way around. So this is mine. Mine is called Be Not Forgetful. And it's the verse, Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. And I kind of have a thing for angels too. So, except that Katie made me watch this creepy Doctor Who last night that had the angels that are really aliens from another from another planet, and they keep their faces covered, and when you blink they come closer and they it was creepy. Anyway, I am doing this on, I gotta find the count.
Opal
on
opalescent.
32 count opalescent opal linen from Picture This Plus. I've kind of been on a Picture This Plus kick. And I have this limited edition floss from Gentle Arts. Look at my floss. Isn't that fabulous?
Really pretty.
And this is what happens when you stitch with it. So I started, this is the center bottom down here, and this is the top corner. So that's as tall as it will be. But you can see there's a lot to it. And with this overdyed floss, I'm kind of planning my trip, because I don't want to come back and have things be real crazy between them. Although it really hasn't mattered a whole lot. I mean, I get the full spectrum of the color in this one flower, and I really love it.
I think it's really pretty. I mean, when I look at your floss, I think, ooh, that color's going to be so light on there. I don't know if you'll see it. Absolutely. It looks beautiful.
The pink is really showing up, and the sparkle with this is so fabulous. And okay, this is my piece with a good 2-inch border. So it's not going to be very big.
Probably 2.5.
Yeah, it was, I just measured up about like that. So, and I started.
Thank goodness for thumbs.
I started right in the center just so that I would have what I wanted. Yeah.
That's how I was on Eleanor Jaguar. I knew I had enough space, but I wanted it centered, so that I could have some fabric around it.
Okay, so those are my current whips. And then here are my plans. This is where the wheels fall off.
This is why we stopped and restarted.
Have you guys seen this little app, Tiny Decisions? This one right here? Now, it's Tiny Decisions on my iPhone, on my Apple product. I think it's something else on other products. But you can get something close. So what I have are some different things. Like this one is 2019 to be started small. And what I did is I just pulled some stuff and put it on a list. Here are my medium size. Look how many are there. And I have no plans to start all of these. I just put things on to be random, and I'll pull them off here. That's large. And you'll notice, here are my BAPs. You can probably see every single title on there. And then my lovely friend, Lisa, Kindred Stitcher, is doing the Year of Blackbird designs. Okay, Lisa, I was in the original Loose Feathers Club. So I have a lot of charts. I didn't even put them all on here. These are the ones I haven't started. Do you see? Do you see how crazy that is? And the ones that I have started, I put them on the bottom because I was going to show the other stuff first. But we'll talk about these. So the ones I have started are, let me see if I have the whole, this is the whole piece. The 2008 Mystery Bonus Sampler. You had to pull out several charts. So I haven't even looked at these charts to see if these were things that I would want to stitch as well. And yeah, there's at least one in there. But I have a pretty healthy start on it. I'm on the third one out of 5. So, and stitching is a much easier thing for me now than it used to be.
Where's your needle? Gone, huh?
Well, I think I pulled the needle out of here to work on something else.
Okay.
But this is on 35 count KC blend from R&R Reproductions. And I love this. It's kind of an orangey gold.
It's a golden.
And I just kind of love it. I decided to do mine all in one piece. So it's going to fit on a fat quarter. I still have quite a bit up here at the top that I could cut off and use for some smaller projects. But, you know, that's the first two. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm a pretty good chunk around on that third one. So this is one of my current whips.
That's a pretty project.
This is one of my current Blackbird whips. Thank you. I love this one. And then another one that I have, and I've had some kind of growing pains with this one. This is on Picture This Plus linen. Did I leave the tag on? Did I pull the tag off? I believe this is... I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't have the bag in there. Oh my gosh. Look at my cute scissors that I have in there. Love those.
It's like a happy surprise.
Yeah. I love my gingers. I don't know if I have the tag on it. It's not looking like it. But look at this.
No, I don't see
it's
it.
Anniversaries of the Heart. And here's where my problem is. If you look at this, I hope I'm on screen. If you look at this, I've been stitching with 2 strands.
There you go.
Thank you. I've been stitching with 2 strands over 2. And it's just really heavy for me. And I really have been struggling with it. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm not going to unpick this.
No.
I'm going to leave it. But I think from here on out, I'm stitching with just 1 strand. Because I don't need to. So that makes me think that I bought like 36 count just because it is tighter. And then...
Well, you know what I was thinking too was anything that you want to accent more, do it in the 2 strand. And then let the other go as 1, be softer.
I think... I was trying to think if I had...
Like it's less.
Well, and I was trying to think if I had let it go and just done 1 up there to see how it would look. But these are beautiful, beautiful charts. So this is the first one. There's that. And then number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Look at these. I mean, they're gorgeous. They are gorgeous, gorgeous. So... And there's the last one.
So it's 1 a month.
Yeah, and then there is a bonus pattern. I think it's included here with this last one. And you can add this to the piece.
Oh.
And I don't know if I have enough fabric for that, but I'm thinking that maybe I would make this a wall hanging. And this could be on the back.
Oh.
So that it would be, because it's a marking sampler. It's my name is, this is my home, to those I hold dear, recorded here. And what you're supposed to do is on each of these, there's a place to put some initials and a date.
Okay.
And I may end up, I haven't really done enough. I need to talk to Nancy about some genealogy and get some things put in, but you know, I love these. They're so pretty.
Mm-hmm. But see, look. See, this looks really heavy on here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've got it. So, but then the second one looks lighter. So you could move on to the single. And I think it would look perfect.
Now, here's the deal. My little peacock is done in 2 strands. And I haven't done the house yet. So, I don't know. I don't know if maybe I would put this in, I bought some Q-snaps. Because Marilyn gave me a tip to pass along to you guys. I said something about her fabric shrinking really tight, and that
And
kind
the
of challenged
ironing
me.
of it that we had told you about last time.
Yeah, now Lisa told us that,
Yes.
but Marilyn told me that the ironing only goes so far, and that what you need to do is get it in a frame, a hoop, something, stretcher bars, Q-snaps, and you need to pull it tight and get those holes open. You can see those holes
Yes,
open when I
was
do
gonna
that.
say.
I mean, you can see it. So she said, get it in there and pull it as tight as you can get it. And maybe if I do that, 2 strands will be okay. So, and I only have pulled threads for this first piece. So, I don't have everything else. So as I go through, the colors may change some if they're reused.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be okay with that. But I saw this done as one great huge piece, and I really loved it.
Yes, it is a beautiful piece.
So that's the second blackbird that I have started. Then my third one, I don't know that I'm really in the mood to stitch this.
Well,
I think
that's kind of what happened to me as we were going through talking about mine.
I got a couple.
And you know what I was thinking too, the summer, spring, autumn with the bird, the blackbird piece.
Mm-hmm.
Woo woo!
This just started sliding. Okay, there we go. So my next one that I have is Christmas Garden. That's what the finished sampler looks like. That's what I have started. And I love this piece. It's beautiful. I just don't know that I'm in the mood to stitch. Will you hold that roly side?
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm in the mood to stitch Christmas. So that's how far I am. And, now that I've said that, if I sat down and stitched on this, I would be perfectly happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a couple more that are started of these blackbirds. One of them, Nancy and I got from a class. And it's, I don't know if they're both.
Liberty Rose.
Yeah, so it's the whole thing. I was trying to decide if each piece had its own name.
Oh, huh.
So, this is what it looks like. Nancy and I took a class with them. And it's 2 little pieces that you stitch together. And, so I decided to do these. Don't cry, please, because I'll start. I decided to do these for our brothers. So this first one is the bird, the big part. Now this is the brother that I knew, okay? This is our brother Chuck, Charles Lewis. So you see the CL down there, and this has been wadded up into that little bitty thing. But Chuck loved birds, he loved flowers, he loved, all of that. So this is perfect. And look how I stitched that bird. You do stripes of like 3 different colors, but it really makes it interesting and makes the color go in such a fun way. So that's that. And then the other piece, I'm really close on. It's, where is my little chart? Oh, there.
There it
I'm
goes.
like, I couldn't even find it. It's, okay. First design takes up that much. Here's second design, way up here. And I have a really good start on this. And this brother, I did not know. He died the year that I was born. This is Marvin Allen. So he was named after our father. And I really like this. This is a little flower and all the flower stuff going on. But I just thought it would be...
I was looking to see what that circle was.
Yeah. So it's all one color. I was color completing.
And, you're here.
And I have the other color in, and I think I was just having such a hard time seeing it that I switched to the pink so that I could get it in. So look, guys, I mean, I have a gold one hanging in the back.
You don't have a lot left.
No, I really don't. And then I have to sew them together. You're supposed to do it. Do you see this little border up here? You're supposed to do this.
Matched up.
So that these little borders get in there together. I don't know that I am that precise. I may have to talk with my sister. But you're supposed to get it so that it would do that. and they would be in there together.
Did you have that in there?
No.
Okay.
Because I have the world's cutest little bag. This is a lady that I used to know. Her name is Marva, and she's no longer living. We lost her to breast cancer. But she had her own design company, and that is the world's cutest little bag. So, Black Star Designs. You can still find some of those sometimes.
I can do that.
So there's that one, and there are those flosses.
Instead of just sitting here.
Looking pretty.
Yeah.
And the last
I think they
one,
probably had their fill of that.
and the last one that I have is called Moonlit Garden, and I am only doing the top part. And that's, I mean, okay, I got the idea because they had it back here like this. And they probably just did a close-up of their piece, but I really kind of liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a piece of fabric that was kind of perfect.
Ooh, yeah.
So, I can't even tell you.
Oh, yeah, I had forgotten you were working on that.
I don't even have what this fabric is. I don't even know if it's an overdyed fabric. I don't. Well, yeah, because of the wrinkles.
Do you think it's R&R?
I bet it is because of not the wrinkles I put in it, the wrinkles that are there. But this is what it looks like so far. And I have made some personalizations. That means it's wonky. So I have to get it all to meet up and work right at the end. And I really love it. I'm up there working on
that big moon.
Yes, and look at the color on that moon. That is
Really
going to be
pretty.
so pretty on this.
Really pretty.
And what fabric did it call for? It called for 28 or 30 count broomstick brown by R&R. This may be broomstick brown. It may be a little darker, but I'm pretty sure it's R&R fabric because I got this at the old mill, and that's what they had was
I like that.
R&R fabric.
Yes.
Okay, so Lisa, Kindred Stitcher, which one of these should I work on next? Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you pick which one of my whips should get finished. And I am not starting a new Blackbird until one of these is finished. Because what did I just show you? I showed you
6 of them?
I think 5. But enough anyway. And I love Blackbird, and I love me a good Blackbird. We whipped out the one this summer. Nancy was faster than I was with that one.
It's because I was enjoying it so much.
Yeah, I mean, you get going in a rhythm. That's one thing that I think I've noticed with them is that they have a good feel, a good rhythm.
Mm-hmm. And they're generally easy to stitch then.
Yeah.
You know, you're not struggling with it and worrying about them.
So
she just keeps pulling out these huge bags.
I just have so much stuff. It was like I was moving in when I got here today.
She had this bag. She came in with this bag this big, and it was stuffed. It was so heavy, I could hardly move it across the room.
And I had a second bag.
A third bag, too.
Oh, yeah. One bag was in the big bag. So I also want to do at some point during the year, I think I swung, but this last one, Fall Sampler, and I'm going to do it like this, but I think I'm going to do, I don't know, I'm going to have to play with the color. I don't really like the red so much.
The acorn?
Yeah. I think I like it a little more orangey. So I'll play. I know I have some Victorian Motto threads that will be beautiful.
Ooh, look at that Zweigart.
Mm-hmm. And I've been doing these on 25 count. And in my fabric stash, I found Dublin linen in hazelnut. Here, I'll show you the tag like Nancy does.
That is pretty.
It's really, really pretty.
That is pretty.
And at first I thought...
I love the fabric because it feels so good.
Yep. At first I thought that this was too plain. But when I'm looking at that, I think that's going to be stunning. And I'll do it like this, and I will again put fall down below. And
so with just the first bar, border bar.
Like I have been on the other ones. And I'll probably put the star and the heart. I don't know. They've kind of tucked it in there, but I think I'll leave it off. They've tucked the star in here on this, but up here they didn't. So I think I'll leave it because I'm going to use, here it is, fall, which is not very long, and I'll put it down here below this, and then I'll add the star and the heart because they've used those in every one. So I want that consistency.
And then get some sort of button or something to go with.
I don't know if I will. I don't know that I'll need to because I'll fill those. The first one I didn't. The sheep I didn't use a button.
I thought you did. That's why I was...
Nope.
That's why I said that.
I knew that was what was occurring to you. And then I have chosen, since I put some new BAPs on there to get started. Y'all know what BAP means, right? Big ass project. Nancy, I don't even know if we can do this. I sent this in a round robin years and years and years ago. And I still don't have this done, and I want this thing done. It's Long Dog Sampler's Paradigm Lost.
Oh, yes. That one is so pretty.
It is beautiful, and it's beautiful like this. It's 363 by 355. Now, I think the people in my group asked that we stick with 28 count fabric. Why the heck did I think I needed to send it then? Because 28 count fabric
is
363.
Not yours.
Well, no, but I don't mind that. But 363 by 355.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for this? Ready? Pull it your way some so that we get the whole thing.
You ready to hold up?
Yeah. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Oh no, we're going. No, we're still going. There's the bottom. Okay, can you come back? Okay, so that's the whole thing on screen. Lower your top just a smidge. There you go. That's the whole thing. So you can see I have one huge motif that goes in here. And then see all these cute little filler things.
Yeah, a few bits and bobs around.
Like this snail is fabulous. This seahorse is fabulous.
Well,
there's a
cute
crab.
little bunny down here.
Oh yeah, I love that bunny. There's a crab here. I mean,
yeah,
there's going to be just stuff like that to get done. So I think this is going to be my January big focus project.
Oh, okay.
So, and I stitch on several things. So probably I'll give this a good week and see how it goes. I'm thinking this motif is about, I think it's about the same size as this one. And I have to,
barely on camera.
This one. Here. And I have to pick what color I'm going to do. And I think it's going to be a brown. Because I really don't have much of that on here. Yeah. And all of my little alphabet is in this gold, but I found one in here. Did I? Oh,
you want me to fold it up?
If you don't mind.
I was going to say, are you ready?
But I found one in here. I have to look at these and see, because there are two that are kind of close.
I think you fold different than it. There we go.
Well, I just folded with the...
Well, I was trying to do it backwards from where you had it.
Oh, okay, here we go. So this one is the gold.
Woo!
See how pretty that is?
Shows up.
And this one has some brown and green.
Green in it?
And I just think that's pretty.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that I might actually pull the... Where is the over dye? Because I'm just not even seeing it. Maybe I pulled it out of here. Or maybe it's still stuck in the bag. Yeah, I didn't think I would have. Okay, so my over dye that started the whole thing is this peacock.
I like that.
And I thought I could use the peacock like in the center of the motif or something. And in case you're wondering, that is beautiful fabric. Love it. And it is, like I said, 28 count. It's Witchelt Perman Babbling Brook.
I like that really well.
It's a very light, airy linen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it's got a very soft hand to it.
yeah, it's been lovely to work
32
with.
count though. I mean, that looks like.
No, this is 28.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I could see that.
And that's really a U color, isn't it?
Yes.
But we chose it, and in fact, I can remember standing in the old mill with Mary after I pulled threads, because I pulled threads first, and we played with the book and we laid this out, and from a little bitty, the book that they have is this big, the little pieces are this big in it, and we laid this out and decided that this was the one. And I mean, you don't even get the full effect of the linen
No.
pulling from that.
No.
But she ordered me this piece, and I can remember getting it because I think it's a good half yard or so.
It's a big piece.
And
it's gorgeous.
And I'm really tired of it laying in my pile.
Yeah. Now, something that big, how would you finish that?
I've been thinking about that.
I think people like to know that.
Yeah.
They ask.
So we have been talking about that we're hoping we can move within another year or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have a little more room.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking I would like to do is back it and get the perfect small table it wouldn't be real small, but the perfect table that I could lay that over. That it would just be displayed, as kind of like a wall hanging.
Yeah.
But it would just be on there.
Okay.
My other choice is
you could always put a glass top over it.
Yeah. And my other choice is that maybe it would be a wall hanging. But
which is our easy go-to piece.
Yeah, but I'm feeling like this is...
That would be really unique and pretty way to show that
with the table?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. So...
I kind of like that.
That's kind of my thing. Oops, get
I
down in there.
kind of like that.
Then there is the craziness, and I don't even have it all with me, you guys. But I was trying to make sure that I brought everything that had my smalls in it. So there's a bunch in here. Can you see how fat? And then I am testing the limits of this cute little bag that I got from Judy. Look, this has all my bunnies. I've shown you this before, and look at the purple inside. But look at this.
Oh my God.
So I always have a new year, new start. It's a tradition. It's something I like to do. And I put all these things on my Tiny Decisions app. So I hope it comes up with one I really want to do. But let's spin. I'm going to spin a small, and we'll pull it, and we'll see what happens. So there it's going. What am I stitching? Pumpkins and Bittersweet by Scarlet House.
Oh.
You know what that is,
I do.
because you
I
gifted
stitched
me
it.
that. I think that's in here. You want to peek through there just in case for me. But, most of this stuff is not kitted up. I have some things that are kitted. Oh, good. She found it. So this is it. Pumpkins and Bittersweet by the Scarlet House. So I'm going to go home and find some fabric and pull some threads. I don't think it takes very many colors, does it?
No.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 colors. And I will go home and find something and get stitching on that.
Yeah, and it's this this piece
Do you have yours?
has an alternative here. You either stitch it in the box or you stitch it plain. Yeah, I've got mine. I can dig it out.
She likes to show hers, so. And this one is 88 wide by 50 high, so I called that a small. Ooh, it says maybe on 40 count or 36 count. They did 40 count vintage meadow rue from Lakeside Linens. I don't have any Lakeside Linens. Do you?
No, I don't, and I've always wanted to get some.
I know, me too. I've wanted to try that. Ooh, okay, so if I stitch that this month, will you finish yours this month?
Finish? You mean fully finish?
Yeah.
If I figure out that dang sewing machine.
I can bring one of my 4 over.
So Here's mine, and it's on that yellow. See?
Do you want me to pull this in?
Well,
Your way a little bit. There we go.
so that's
It's
what it looks
so
like. So see,
pretty.
that's how I use the alternate, where you put bittersweet really large across the bottom.
Uh-huh. Fun. Wasn't that fun to spin?
Yeah, that's fun.
And I've spent some time the last few days, instead of stitching, I've been putting things in there and, oh, I see. Cute. They did it over one.
So I chose the alternate.
You're so funny. I don't know if I'll do mine big or if I'll do mine over one.
Yeah, I like the little box. I think the little box looks cool, but I like it big word like this too.
If I do 40 count linen, it's going to be over 2.
It will look like over 1 though.
I have a lot. I did Picture This Plus Fabric of the Month a few years back, and I did 40 count and some 36 count. So I have a lot of tiny ones, and I know I have some beautiful fall colors. So mine may be. I love your yellow. It's so
I really
bright.
like the yellow, but then I need to figure out a back for it because I don't know what I would do.
So that's kind of my thing. I have everything in these little things, and I am not going to spin unless I finish something that's comparable. Because Nancy and I are going to do a whip parade next week. I'm not going to pull all of my whips. I'm going to pull all of my whips that I'm going to, that I want to touch this year.
Ah, okay.
And like a bunch of them are going to be my Mania starts from last year.
Yeah.
And so I'll spend, I'm off this week too.
Oh,
So I'll spend
not me. I have to go back.
2 weeks. It's nice. So I'll pull some pieces this week and see what I think I want to play with. And that's, I pulled those blackbirds. So I may even find some more blackbirds. But Lisa, you choose me one of those and I'll work on it.
Choose me.
Choose me one of those. Yep. That's that little bit of Southern that gets in there with this. And not yet.
No, I'm just opening it.
So we want to talk for a few minutes about the retreat. The first thing that you should know is that yesterday was the initial deadline for your
Payments.
retreat fee to be paid. And so at this point, everybody now is on a first come, first served basis. What that means for me and the spreadsheet is that I can now alphabetize it.
Yeah, because that's been driving crazy. Driving her crazy, driving me crazy.
It's hard to find people,
Oh, it
and
is.
and I've been trying to keep everybody in order. Well, I don't have to have order now. I can change it. And the other thing that we want to say about that is there are still plenty of spots available. So please do check us out and figure it out. I will put a link to the video down below. I got it worked out the last time.
Cool, yeah.
So you should be able to just click on it and it'll take you straight to our video that talks about the retreat.
Yes.
We have given a little more information as we've gone along.
Periodically.
If you need to, what you should do is just go to the end of our video and then just go back a little bit and see if we're talking about the retreat.
Yeah.
That's what it'll tell you.
It's usually the last 5-10 minutes of the video that we've done. So
The next thing I want to talk about is Picture This Plus.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't write it down.
Okay. I was
Picture
going to
This
say,
Plus.
that's not on the list.
I know, and I'll write it down here because we just got to talk about it. So I went out to Picture This Plus this past week, and in talking with Marilyn, it's just not going to work for us to go, and I'm very sorry about that. There's nothing that we can do if you have transportation and you take yourself out there.
Right.
But
Right.
It's too many people. The groups are really, really hard for her. When I was there, she was using a good portion of her shop for her fabric because they have just exploded. and it's
Which
wonderful.
we're really happy about, yeah.
Yes. But like the whole table where you can sit and stitch was just covered with new fabric. You remember you guys were sitting on the fabric. Oh, I got to see some new colors.
Oh, you did? Ooh.
They were beautiful. Just wait. Nashville's going to be great. But just in talking with Marilyn, she doesn't feel like it would be, that it would be a beneficial trip for you.
Right.
They don't keep very much fabric in the shop anymore because, again, she's just exploded. So what they're doing...
And isn't she changing her cut sizes too?
Well, she's going to stop selling 1/8 yards.
That's what I was thinking.
The smallest one will be 1/4 yard. And she just doesn't have as much in the shop. And she doesn't want you to come and be disappointed.
Right. And that was the main thing.
Yeah. And you know what I should have asked before I opened my mouth?
We just assume because we've gone out there for so long.
Yeah. And
we didn't think it would be any problem.
But it's different because we have gone for so long that like they don't even come out and help us.
Right.
We're, we take care of ourselves. And if we have a question, we know what to do.
Right.
But it's not a big shop. It's in an old building. It's in I would call it a historic building.
Yes.
A lady came in while I was there and said, I used to buy dresses here when I was a little girl. And it was the cutest thing. And upstairs is a bookstore that they also run. And then downstairs is the shop. Mm-hmm. But it's just exploded.
Yeah.
And Flosstube and the internet are wonderful things, and it has really, really been beneficial to Marilyn. Mm-hmm. But it just is not a trip that's going to be
it's not
available for us to do. Mm-mm. So again,
and it was getting kind of cost prohibitive. With the number of people going.
We were trying to work it out, and the cheapest that Nancy and I could have gotten you there was somewhere between $50 and $60 a person just to go.
Yes.
That's no food. That's no shopping. That's nothing.
And that
but
just
the
did
transportation.
not seem fair at all. So no.
And then to try and get that many cars to go, that's
into
asking,
that little town.
Yes, and to park and to everything else. It just was more of a logistical nightmare than we had even thought about.
Right.
So
it was such a fun idea to start with, but when we really started looking at it, it just is not going to work.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, if you end up finding a way to go on your own, that's fine.
We can give you direction.
Yeah. There is the possibility that the shop may not be operating during the days that that we are having the retreat, because she's always closed Sunday and Monday. But when they are so busy, they oftentimes close the shop and they don't let anybody down.
It was actually closed one day when we were there, but they went, "Oh, we'll open it for you guys." Because we've been there.
We don't need help
when
we go. That's the thing. So it's just not a workable thing. And I apologize. I know a lot of you were really, really looking forward to it.
We were too, actually.
Yeah, we really were. But also, it's about a 3.5 hour drive one way from where we will be staying. So by the time we did everything else, it would have been about a 10-hour day just going and coming.
Yeah, because, you got to figure that. That's 7 hours out of your day right there just in the car. Mm-hmm. Now, it's fun because you get to joke and laugh and talk to everybody while you're going, but that's a long trip. Mm-hmm. And then the shop is only open short hours.
I think during the week, it's currently open till 5, but I think that may shorten so that they can get some work done.
So, by the time we got there, you would only have a couple hours.
Either that or we would have to leave really darn early, but that Nancy doesn't like.
Oh, dark 30? That don't work for me.
No. And then, we would have to plan a place along the way to stop.
Stop and eat. So, you got to have breakfast. You got to have lunch.
Yeah. Got to have dinner by that time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, it's just not a thing that's going to work.
Sorry.
Yes. And
we'll figure something else out, though.
There are some cool places closer that we can talk about and think about and see who's going. But the other thing about Wednesday that I had not even thought about is that we need to be available to pick people up from the airport.
Yes.
So
yeah, y'all would have been stranded or paying.
Stranded at the drive-in, branded a fool.
Oh my.
You know what that's from? What will they say Monday at school?
Oh, it must be Grease.
Sandy, baby, I'm in misery. Oh no, I've started now. Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Fun, right? But there
Yes.
are some cool places around that we will get you to, and
We'll check
work
it all out first.
Yes.
And then we'll announce what we're going to do.
Well, and we'll work it out and figure it out. Somebody said, somebody emailed me and said, hey, I don't see an itinerary. I don't see what time you're starting. I don't see any of those things. And no, we haven't printed one yet. What we need to do is put the latest possible time, and I don't remember what that is for this one. But the stitching room, we have to check the availability, and it depends on if there's somebody before us using that room, whether we
Right.
can get it or not.
Right.
And we will work that out, but we will find out exactly what the earliest time is that we'll be able to get in there on Thursday. We don't have the room on Wednesday.
No, we do not.
But hopefully Nancy and I will have rooms where we can kind of gather and stitch. We may have to, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We are going to go on a field trip when we can go see all of the rooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
We've got to figure that out when we can go
Yeah.
and get that done.
oh my gosh, we're
Yeah.
up over an
We're
hour.
over an hour. We got to
So,
move along.
the next thing we want to say is please use our email. And it's down below.
The Addicted Sisters email.
Yeah, theaddictedsisters@gmail.com. That is so that we have a good record to be able to contact all of you if we need to. The latest person that I added from, I know it's Kathy, I can't think of her last name, that won Michelle's
oh, yeah.
auction. Will you please send me an email, because I need to add you to my list so that I make sure I have you. And I know I have a couple more people that maybe a friend signed up for them. And I need you to email me as well. Please don't use Messenger on Facebook. We understand that you guys like friending us. We don't mind that at all.
Right.
The more
Not at
the
all.
more the merrier. But I got to tell you, we have some active friends on Messenger, and Nancy hadn't even seen one of the messages that was sent to both of us.
Right.
Because it had dropped so far off.
Yeah.
And we don't want to miss you, and we don't want you to think that we're ignoring you.
No, because we want to respond to every one of you and
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you're taken care of.
So send us that email. We can both see that email. And for right now, I'm the one taking care of it, but Nancy will be helping out with that here in another couple of months. And we'll get you taken care of with that. I also had a question about the room rates, and we had mentioned those and shown them
Yes.
in one of our videos.
Yeah.
But you know what? Somebody asking that question made me go, maybe we should put that up. So once you have paid your retreat fee and you've joined our Facebook group, then Nancy has a pinned post at the top that gives you information. And I just went in this week and I commented and I left a picture of the room rates. And so that should help you so that you know kind of how to plan.
On the Facebook page.
Yes,
Okay.
in our Facebook group that's there. What you need to know is that it says, I know that it's, I probably get to it faster here. Yeah, except my phone's going to be stupid. Okay. It says that you can have like up to 4 people or something like that. There it is.
Show me.
So see this, well, I don't want to show that because not everybody's in there yet.
Oh, right.
So anyway, where is my comment? Oh, it's still trying to load it.
Yeah.
It says that in the king room that you can have like 4 people. We originally thought that there was a sofa sleeper.
Yeah.
in
And
the
that's
room.
how you got the 4 people.
And somewhere in translation that got lost, because no, there isn't one in there, which is part of why Nancy and I want to go look at the rooms.
Yeah.
We've seen pictures, but we just want to go and walk the rooms and talk to the people who are at our location.
Yeah.
Because
they're great.
Yeah. And talking to corporate is different. And corporate is great too, but they don't know everything. This really doesn't want to load. They don't know everything.
No, they don't know all the details of the location itself.
So we're much better just going and talking with the management there. Here we go.
Did you get it now?
I found it in my photos.
Okay.
So yeah, like it says, I'll just show it again here. See this? But like it says that a non-smoking 1 king bed deluxe could have a quad rate. You can't have 4 people in there.
No, because no.
I think you could maybe have 3 people if you're one of the, what is it, like 6 people who can have a rollaway.
Yeah.
But you can have 4 people in the 2 queen bed deluxe. You're sleeping together.
Yeah, 2 and 2.
So you need to know that. But
and some of them don't they have?
I don't know. See,
sleeper sofa. The suite does a sleeper.
But we don't know if the rooms,
the kings,
if the king or the queen do. So we want to go look at rooms and check it out.
I do think I called and they said, "Oh no, oh no." I'm like, "Well, then why does your rates show that?"
Yeah, why do you say we could have 4 people? Are we sleeping on the floor?
Right. What's up?
Nobody's going to be doing that.
Okay.
But that's what we have for the retreat news. Remember again that our theme is Summer vacation. And when you get to the Facebook group, it's getting closer now. So our friends at CC and Company are on the group, Sylvia and Kathy, and they will be happy to start. I don't know how far out they're going to want to do it. A couple months, maybe.
Yeah, 2-3 months.
They will start taking a list from you if you have things that you know you're going to want to pick up. We should really take an inventory and figure out what threads they carry so that we can, so that you can look at that stuff too, because that's important.
Yeah.
And just kind of get a list from them of different things.
Right off the top of the head, they've got DMC, they've got, Weeks, they've got,
Classic Color Works.
I could see the C and I couldn't get the word
Crescent
out.
Colors is what I always want to say still. And Gentle Arts.
Gentle Arts.
And I think like they even have some of like the DMC color. The overdyed
colorways or something.
Color. I can't think what they're called. But they've also had some of the. I won't think of them. The ones that Rosewood Manor uses. They have some of the Valdanis. I couldn't get there.
All I was remembering was the little spools that I had in my piece.
Yeah, and they have some of the stranded stuff, and I think it wasn't very many of those, but they had some.
Yeah.
They also, if you are somebody who wears...
But they will order in all of that stuff for you, too.
Yeah. They have some different needle minders. They have some bags made by some local people. Yeah. They have all sorts of things. And we have a friend bringing some bags. Maybe a couple of friends bringing some bags. Yeah. If you're somebody who makes something and are coming to the retreat, send us an email and talk to us about it. We don't want to be totally overrun, but we would love to see what you all make and give you an opportunity to maybe...
Yeah, we don't know that there's going to be a lot of room. But
to have extra space set up. But if it's something that you can contain yourself by your spot, then I think you should be okay doing that.
Scissor fobs.
Needle minders. Bags. Whatever you make, There are people who make all sorts of fabulous things.
Send us a picture. Tell us what it is, what you do. And we'll be happy to consider it.
So, and at this point, we don't have any classes scheduled.
No.
We do have a friend who I'm not sure she's coming. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm like, don't go there.
Until we know who's coming for sure, then we
Yeah.
won't tell you anymore. But we have a couple of friends who do some things that they would be willing to do, small group classes.
Yeah, couldn't be a large class.
Yeah.
It'd have to be multi-times, and then we'd have to check with them on that.
Yeah,
so.
and they would be a less expensive thing.
Yeah.
The other thing that we're working on is getting... Can we talk about Rebecca?
Yes.
You can tell.
I have a friend.
Do you believe that? Nancy has a friend.
And she will do chair massages for us while we're there.
And she has magic hands from what we hear.
Yeah.
She was so good at our local small retreat last year that Nancy and I didn't even get massages because some people got two.
Yeah. So this year at that retreat, we're going first.
Nancy was trying to rub out a little spot
Oh.
on my shoulder blade and was just telling me I was a mess.
Yeah.
So...
Okay. We've really gotten late now.
Yes, so you have had lots of stitching time with us today. I hope you enjoy it.
Yes,
Remember,
hope you did enjoy it.
be prepared for next week because we are going to try that whip parade, and it may come in 2 parts like this too, which will be fine. So
yeah, make sure you have plenty of hot drink, coffee, tea, whatever. Toddy.
we'll be like Felicity and say, get your drink, get your stitching, get your blanket, and settle in.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long one. And remember, Felicity and Michelle are coming too.
Yeah.
So, until next time.
She's Laura.
You did it backwards! She's Nancy, and we are the Addicted Sisters. She just burst my bubble. Oh, man!
Bye, guys.
Bye!